Welcome to the third episode of Faith and Freedom, the Presidents Who Built America. This year, 2026, commemorates the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, a profound reminder of the visionaries who not only declared our separation from tyranny, but also expanded the horizons of liberty in ways that continue to shape our world today. In this weekly series, we honor the positive accomplishments of each president, examining them through the enduring light of biblical truth and the founding ideals of limited government, individual rights, and moral responsibility. Last week, we delved into John Adams, the steadfast defender of law and liberty who navigated crisis with unyielding principle. And today, we turn to his successor and sometimes rival, Thomas Jefferson, the enlightened architect of the American expansion, the author of the Declaration of Independence, and a champion of intellectual freedom whose ideas propelled the nation toward greater opportunity and self-determination. So if you're interested, if you're curious, stick around and let's dive in.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Thomas Jefferson was born in 1743 on a Virginia plantation called Shadwell. He was the third of 10 children in a prosperous family. His father, Peter Jefferson, was a surveyor and a planter, and he emphasized education and exploration, much like the biblical patriarch Abraham, who ventured into the unknown lands on faith. Young Thomas Jefferson lost his father at age 14, an event that thrust him into early responsibility and deepened his reliance on self-education. He attended the College of William and Mary, where he immersed himself in philosophy, science, and law, drawing inspiration from the enlightened thinkers like John Locke and Montesquieu. Yet Jefferson's worldview was also profoundly shaped by biblical teachings. He compiled his own versions of the Gospels, known as the Jefferson Bible, focusing on Jesus' moral teachings as a guide to ethical living. This blend of reason and faith would define his approach to governance, echoing Ecclesiastes 7, which says, "I turned my heart to know and to search out and to seek wisdom in the scheme of things." Jefferson's early career as a lawyer and legislator revealed his passion for reform. In the Virginia House of Burgesses, he advocated for religious freedom and drafted the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom in 1777, a landmark document that de-established the Anglican Church and protected individual conscience. His actions here aligned with the biblical principle of Galatians 5:1. For freedom, Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery. This commitment to liberty set the stage for his national contributions. And so let's examine Jefferson's 4 key accomplishments during his presidency from 1801 to 1809, each one broadening America's scope while upholding the founding commitment to opportunity and self-governance. First, Jefferson orchestrated the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, doubling the size of the United States for a mere $15 million. Facing an opportunity from Napoleon Bonaparte, who needed such funds for his European wars, Jefferson acted decisively despite initial constitutional doubts. He recognized the deal's potential to provide land for future generations, embodying the founding idea of westward expansion as a path to prosperity and independence. Biblically, this echoes God's promise to Abraham in Genesis 13, verse 15. All the land that you see, I will give to you and to your offspring forever. The purchase opened vast territories for settlement, agriculture, and economic growth, transforming America from a coastal republic into a continental power. Without it, the nation's development might have been confined and conflicted. Second, Jefferson launched the Lewis and Clark expedition in 1804, commissioning Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to explore the newly acquired Louisiana Territory. This journey, lasting over 2 years, mapped rivers, documented flora and fauna, and established relations with Native American tribes. Jefferson's vision was rooted in scientific curiosity and the founding belief in opportunity, but it also reflected a biblical stewardship of the earth, as in Genesis 1, verse 28. Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it. This expedition's success provided invaluable knowledge that facilitated westward migration and trade, laying the groundwork for America's growth into a diverse and innovative nation. Third, Jefferson advanced education and intellectual freedom by founding the University of Virginia in 1819. Though the groundwork began during his presidency, he viewed education as essential to an informed citizenry, capable of sustaining a republic. And drawing from the founding ideal that knowledge prevents tyranny, Jefferson designed the university as a village of learning, free from religious dogma, yet open to moral inquiry. And this aligned with Proverbs 4, verse 7. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. By promoting public education, Jefferson ensured that future generations could pursue truth and virtue, influencing America's emphasis on innovation and opportunity that drives our economy and society today. Fourth, Jefferson reduced federal power and debt through fiscal restraint, cutting taxes, shrinking the military in peacetime, and paying down the national debt by a third. His administration embodied the founding suspicion of centralized authority, inspired by biblical cautions against oppressive rulers, as it says in 1 Samuel chapter 8. And Jefferson believed that the sum of a good government was one that left people free to regulate their own pursuits, as he stated in his first inaugural address. And this approach fostered economic liberty, allowing individuals and states greater autonomy, a principle that still underpins American federalism. Jefferson's presidency was marked with significant challenges, including the Embargo Act of 1807, which aimed to avoid war with Britain and France but hurt American commerce. He also grappled with the contradiction of slavery, owning enslaved people while decrying the institution in his writings. Yet through it all, Jefferson's faith, believing in a creator who endowed humans with reason and rights, guided his optimism. He often quoted scripture in his correspondence, such as Psalms 119, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." He emphasized moral clarity. His resilience in the face of criticism modeled the founding virtues of perseverance. So how does Thomas Jefferson's accomplishments impact us today in 2026? Because of the Louisiana Purchase, we inherited a vast, resource-rich nation that fueled innovation, agriculture, and population growth, making America a global economic leader. Because of the Lewis and Clark expedition, we gained the knowledge that enabled safe westward expansion, contributing to the diverse cultural tapestry and pioneering spirit that defines the American West. And because Jefferson championed education, we benefit from a system that values accessible learning, driving technological advances, and an informed citizenship essential to our republic. And lastly, because he reduced federal overreach, we enjoy a balance of power that protects individual freedoms, allowing entrepreneurship and local governance to thrive in ways that keep America dynamic and resilient. Jefferson's legacy calls us to blend reason with moral principle, pursuing liberty not just for ourselves, but for posterity. As he wrote in his epitaph, he wished to be remembered for his authoring of the Declaration of Independence, the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, and the founding of the University of Virginia, acts that advanced human dignity and knowledge. I want to thank you all so much for joining me as we are continuing to explore the American presidential history. Next week, we'll examine James Madison, the father of the American Constitution, who navigated the War of 1812 and solidified our federal framework. If this series encourages you to reflect on our nation's godly heritage, please subscribe and hit that bell and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Together, let's celebrate the faith and freedom that built America. God bless you. God bless the United States. I wish you all a very blessed day. Bye for now.